strikes me, all of a sudden. I've been in this place all day, oblivious. Now the air is cooling outside. The birds are changing guard to the evening songs, their own treetop call to prayer. And I see it. I'm lying on the floor. I don't really remember why. This room, my room, what used to be my room, has been the last on my list to clear through today. Carrying the boxes up and down the stairs, I tried to avoid looking at it, wishing it out of the building. Now I'm here. Tired, always tired these days. Tiredness, adulthood, can you have one without the other? The bed didn't look inviting. I'm no Goldilocks. Downstairs, he's whistling some unnecessarily cheerful tune. So I lay on the floor. I used to do this as a child. Enjoy the sprawl on the carpet. It's worn down now. I'm looking around for some sort of sign that I was here once upon a time. There aren't many. The wardrobe doors are open. Did I really think you'd have kept anything of mine? Open. And on the inside are the paper and glue scars of stickers long since faded and peeled and scratched away. But not completely. I can't remember what they were. Cartoons and brightly coloured things. Some things you can't get rid of entirely. There are little bright circles on the wallpaper too, where Blue Tack once held posters up. Posters like camouflage. Different faces to the posters under my mattress. Carefully folded. I wonder if they're still there. Of course not. I'll check later. I'm wondering who might have slept with them hidden underneath when I see it. A crack in the wall. It's high up, one edge close to the ceiling. It looks like a mouth. A grimace. A lightning strike of disgust across her face. But it's in the plaster of the wall. It feels permanent. I'm looking at it from the floor. I'm looking and looking as the birdsong dies down. Was it always there? Lying on my bed, I wouldn't have been able to see it, not unless I'd craned my neck. It would have been right above my head. It could have been there forever. It could be new. I see it now. This crack, this mouth, it's yours. It's yours, isn't it? That's why it looks so angry, why it's looking down at me like this. I was alone in this room and now you're here. You're in a cardboard box downstairs and you're in this room too. And you haven't changed. Of course. My funeral was short, mercifully. A small gathering, no family, just me. The universe loves irony, I suppose. A cluster of men in long coats, their arms raised in front of each other. Did you know them well? Did you laugh together? Did you talk about work and women? Did you pray with them? They don't really look at us. Their eyes mostly cast down to the ground, Where were they when we collected your body and dressed you in your best suit? Did you tell them, I wonder? Did they know? No. No, I expect not. That plaster crack of a mouth stayed closed on the subject of your son. Your son no longer at home. No. Why? Perhaps they think I went to jail. Are they avoiding the eyes of a jailbird? The shadows on the windows in here, they kind of look a bit like bars. That's not it, is it, Father? It's not the reason for this terrible mouth looking down at me. This empty room. His whistling downstairs is the only thing keeping me from drifting completely. The whistling echoes up the stairs. I remember you calling up them some afternoons and nights. Is your friend still here? Is your friend staying for dinner? My friend. He's not still here, is he? No more than my other things. But you know that, don't you, Father? Like you, he's been collected and dressed one final time. Did you know the ones who did it, I wonder? Who took him? Were they stood there in their long coats, even in the warm weather like today? The scar on my arm still itches. The birds are almost silent now. And the crack doesn't have any answers. I should say his name out loud, but I don't think I can. I think about punching that crack in the wall. It's too high up, maybe. A hammer? Taking a hammer to it and smashing it until it shatters? Or cramming my fingers inside so that it prizes open, so that it speaks, so that it says something, anything, just to break the silence, but I don't. We've got plans for this room. Razul and I. Well, he does. I want to sell. What a waste, he says. I don't say anything. I still can't get comfortable. Let me rest against the bed. I can still see the crack in the wall. The things you notice, the things you don't. You didn't. I open the blinds. I let the evening in. The air flow back and forth. I never thought I'd come back here. Not since you told me to leave and never come back. Now I have. And I'm in this room. How'd you like that, Father? Your things went first, you know, without thought or sentiment, into the boxes that are stacked up in the garden now, but you know that, I suppose. I impressed myself that I could do it so quickly, so coldly. We'll have a fire out there later in the garden as the light goes down. A little warmth. There weren't many of Mum's things. You did something similar, I suppose, when she went alone. You wouldn't have let me come. You're next to her now. It's only thanks to Razul that there are any of your things in the kitchen. Photographs, a watch, some rings, I don't know, things he fished out. You'll want them someday, he said. How do you like that? He was still your father, he said. His moved with him when he was 19 to another country, so he'd be safe. A place where we'd eventually meet. Startled by our own similarities, our differences. And as for us, you stayed and I left. I'll probably sell the watch. It won't burn anyhow. I've just thought I'll cover it up. Wait there. It's a poster I got in Moscow of all places. You wouldn't like it. Oh, a bit of blue tack and done. Let's see. Looks a little weird up there. But you're gone for now. Until we can get some plaster and fill you in. Look, I had some stickers in the car. I forgot I had them in the zip bag. They're all over the wardrobe door now. And look, on the outside too. And on the little mirror. Bright colours, bold words. Words I never said to you, not out loud. I look at my own mouth in the mirror. The mouth that will kiss Razul in the kitchen later. And again, by the fire as the old things burn. The mouth that kissed him in the town square earlier and no one even shivered. I'm saying it out loud. Love always wins. And you don't answer. Good. That's better. For the first time, I relax a little. Now it starts to feel like my room. But it won't be, Father. It's going to be a nursery someday. How'd you like that? And if it's a boy, we'll... Katu. We'll call him Katu. I'm lying against the bed now. I must be careful not to fall asleep. Razul is still whistling downstairs. He's an idiot. He's my home. Are we home now? After all the pain, is this it? I can't see the crack, but I know it's still there, underneath the poster. Perhaps we shouldn't fill it in. Or maybe we should. I'm in the other bedroom now. I'm taking Razul and I's clothes out of boxes and into the wardrobe. I'm throwing things on a bonfire and feeling the heat rise. I'm kissing my boyfriend in the kitchen of this house whilst your watch in the cardboard box ticks on, time driving forward. I'm standing in my father's house, but it's changing. The light from the fire is cast against the wall, so it's like the whole place is ablaze. It's transforming. We're standing in this house. We're standing in a home. We're going to stay here together. And there's nothing you can do about it, Father. Finally, we're home.